This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Man, it's so cold outside in the morning.
You feeling cold? I haven't got there yet. You've mentioned this a couple times now that you feel like it's getting nippy out there.
It's nice during the day, but then it's like it's so chilly in the morning, and I'm refusing to not wear shorts.
Yeah, see, that's your problem. If you wore pants, it would be perfectly fine outside.
Who are you to tell me how to dress?
I'm not telling you how to dress, but I am telling you that your main complaint can be solved.
Are you saying I'm asking for it by dressing like this? Is
I'm
that
just
what you're saying?
Maybe if you look in the mirror before you step outside, you'd make some better decisions.
Have a little respect for yourself, you know?
Can't even finish the sentence without feeling gross. I will say, though, like, I'm sure you've noticed, you've mentioned it a couple times, I'm in my summer of sandals this year. Like,
yeah.
I haven't worn socks with the exception of, like, 5 times this summer. I just decided I was, like, gonna let my feet air out this summer. And I still find it to be nice outside. I'm out here barefoot.
Hearing you say that out loud, like, I get it. I've been crocking it up all summer, but
Yeah.
It does, out of context, sound so gross to be like, I wore socks all summer. Sound like a little kid that just came home from camp.
Even the phrase, I'm letting my feet air out.
Yeah.
When you're not really paying attention, it's like, what did that man
Sounds
just
so
say?
trashy.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We got an interesting request on the bad line here. Listen to this.
So, I'll try and keep this as PG as possible, but I've been hanging out with this girl for like a few weeks, and we're getting up to some extracurricular activities, and she wanted me to come up with a safe word for her. And, you know, maybe this is weird, but I thought of you guys only because you're always asking, dumb, silly questions on the radio. So I was thinking, I don't know, what's a real funny safe word that I can use when we're having a little fun behind closed doors. I don't know if this will make it on the radio, but love the show regardless. Cheers, boys.
Well, we appreciate you thinking of us in these moments.
I'm not sure if this is going to make it on the radio. Well, here we are.
Safe words, I do think it would be really funny to be like, Kobe.
I mean, the thing with a safe word, right? Consent is king. Safe words are important. It has to be something that would not come up in any other thing. Like, it has to be something that is almost so jarring for you to say that the person or people that you're with would go, whoa, what's happening? What happened?
I think it's also just got to be something easy, right? Like, it's got
yeah, like, you don't want it to be like, I feel like, as alarming as supercalifragilisticexpialidocious might be to hear in the bedroom, it's probably also too much to say while things are happening.
He did say he wants funny, though.
Funny is fair. I think you could probably go, I mean, I hear all the time, like, my safe word is pineapples, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that I do think is funny. Something like unicorn could be funny.
It would be funny if you just did, don't stop. Like just an Uno reverse card, you know?
I feel like that's going to lead to more problems than it's going to solve.
I mean, I don't think you have pockets on you, but if you could somewhere hide it and like keep an Uno reverse card.
Right? Yeah. Well, that would probably let people know, like, hey, you've gone the wrong way. Please turn around.
Yeah. Or drop a fatality. Like,
no, I feel like that's going to ruin the mood. I feel like as much as you might want to stop, fatality is probably going to be like, excuse me?
yeah.
Again, just words that like you'd never hear. Like, imagine you're in the throes of passion and your partner goes for something you're not really comfortable with and you're just like, chupacabra.
Oh, okay. You know what would kill the mood and actually just like shut everything down if you want them to stop? Diarrhea. The worst thing that you can hear in the bedroom.
Honest to God, that would shut things down, because even if you don't know it's a safe word, it might be a warning from your partner that you want to evacuate the area.
I do think it would be hilarious if you could somehow pull this one off.
Hit him with the disturb.
You're down with the sickness. You're over it, you know?
No, but that's the thing is I'm not down. I'm not down with what's happening right now. I need you to back it off a little bit.
You have to do the... Because if you do the... Those sounds exist in the bedroom already.
It might get confused that you're actually really happy with this outcome.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We were discussing safe words, and friend of the show, Justin, called in, and he said this.
My safe word is beef loaf, because I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I love that so much.
That's great. Just listen. Hey, we're here. We're together. Everything's great. No.
But even better, I think you'll love this. Ashley texted in, you're a big King of the Hill fan.
Oh,
she
yeah.
said a great safe word would be...
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Imagine hearing, even just that's my purse would be good, but you're in the throes of passion with someone and they yell, I don't know you.
Honestly, using anything from King of the Hill, just a god dang it, Bobby.
That's going to ruin the mood.
Too much.
Although, I mean, the real way to shut things down is to hit them with a little Dale Gribble, a little pocket sand. And then, if they won't stop, if the safe word, if they ignore your safe word, you actually hit them with some pocket sand.
Where are you keeping the sand?
That's between you and the good Lord, sir.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Here's a crazy stat. In the first week of football alone, one gambling website called Cashy is saying that $500 million was spent on football gambling in the first week of the NFL season.
My immediate reaction when you say 500 million is that feels low, but you're saying this is not like indicative of all games.
This is
just
one website.
One website.
So this doesn't include your Bet365, your
Right.
BetMGM, FanDuels, all that crap.
Bookies in Vegas, Sports Select, like all of these other things. This is just one. What did you say it was Cashy?
Cashy, $500 million, which if you think about that, I wonder how much money in general was spent last weekend on football gambling alone.
I don't know the number, but I bet you it's enough that if they hadn't gambled, some people's lives would be a lot better
Probably
today.
pushing close to $1 billion if it was $500 million on one website.
Oh, easily. I mean, I've never even, and you know me, I went through my degenerate gambling phase. I've never even heard of Cashy before.
If I could say it, not to put you on blast.
No, go
Dalby
ahead.
was pretty bad at the gambling a few years ago. You had a spreadsheet, and it wasn't until you realized at the end of the year how much you spent.
Yeah.
Which I do think would be beneficial for people. If you saw how much, I think with just about anything, if you saw how much you were spending and wasting money on stuff.
That's just it, man. Because it's like I was betting every week and like I was winning some, but I was losing a lot as well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I had like documented data at the end of the football season of like, yo, you lost money this season, that I was able to go like, oh, I'm a father of two. I shouldn't be doing this.
Random question, but what do you think in life you've spent the most money on? I feel like for a lot of Canadians, you could say Tim Hortons.
Sure.
Maybe cigarettes is a big one for people.
I was thinking cigarettes is probably like I started smoking when I was like 17, maybe 16. I only quit when I was 40.
Yeah.
And cigarettes only got more expensive as I went along. So you think about it, I would say it's either cigarettes for me or it's gas.
Gas is another big one for sure. Booze in general for some people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Although, you know, we talked about the spreadsheet I had for my gambling. Imagine if you had a spreadsheet, if someone came to you and was like, here's all the times you went to the drive-thru.
Oh my God. If you could have a physical representation of how many McDoubles you've eaten in front of you in your lifetime.
You walk out of the house in the morning to your driveway or your parking spot or whatever, and instead of your vehicle, it's just a bunch of Whoppers, you'd be like, oh no.
You wonder why you feel so bad? This.
The Brock and
right
Dobby
here.
Podcast.
Yeah, I would like to call in for my father on things most expensive you spent on in your life.
Is it you?
No. being his fifth wife was his third wife, I'm going to say my dad spent his money on women or divorces.
It's funny because someone else texted in lawyers, and I was wondering, it's either divorce or you're a terrible criminal.
I'm not kidding you. Or sorry, his fifth wife was his second wife. He's recycling now.
Well, if you think about it, then you kind of got some of the money back. Then technically,
I mean, kind of like she'll bring that money. No, because the money went to the lawyer in the first place. She doesn't even have it.
Oh, true.
And then you're gonna have to pay him again because it's inevitably gonna fall apart again. The lawyer's double dipping.
We've got Amy on the phone. Amy, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, gym membership for sure.
Oh, God. I don't know if I've spent the most money in my life on gym memberships. I've wasted the most money in my life on gym memberships.
This is true. I mean, depending on, the month of the year, sometimes it's not as much. Sometimes it's more.
I would love to see a spreadsheet. We were talking about your gambling spreadsheet.
Yeah.
A spreadsheet of how much money you've wasted at the gym versus how many times you actually went to the gym.
Right?
Corey, what do you think, man?
Oh, definitely toilet paper.
Oh my.
I didn't even think about that.
Just literally flushing it right down the drain.
Yeah?
You know?
Yeah, I bought a bidet, so I don't have to use as much.
There you go.
Yeah.
Literally saving money.
For sure.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
On Tuesday night, the second last Loonie Dog night of the year happened, and gotta give a round of applause to the Jays fans. They did it again.
They broke the record again?
They broke the record. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
86,615 dogs crushed on Tuesday night.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Bringing them to a total on the season right now. With one Loonie Dog game left,
Yeah.
they're sitting at 733,403 hot dogs crushed this year.
Easy mode. That's like 67,000 dogs to hit that 800,000 mark.
Now, we were hoping that they could make the push to 1 million. That doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But 800,000, I mean, if they keep going on the pace, it's probably like close to like 830K. Like, yeah.
That's amazing, dude. I would love to see that. I mean, that's just, and you know what? Because we were all set for the 1 million dog, but it gives Blue Jay fans something to look forward to next year, right?
Yeah.
You gotta keep climbing that hill.
Even if they bomb it in the playoffs, we can make the push for 1 million next year, you know?
I mean, I would like it if they stopped bombing it in the playoffs. The dog stuff is cool, but a win would be nice too.
Here's one thing I was thinking about because, we spent a lot of the show talking about money and stuff earlier. I was thinking $730,000 has been spent on hot dogs this year.
God, you're right. Yeah, if each dog is a loony.
But think about this. That's only at 13 games because they've only done they only do 13 Loonie Dog games for the 81, 82 home games that they have.
82, yeah.
And so if you think about it, how much money is spent on hot dogs at baseball games just at the Jays, like at the Sky Dome alone?
Well, okay, so they do 13 Loonie Dog nights. That means they're doing 69 regular dog nights.
Nice.
And also you have to think that the hot dogs cost more to sell on those other game nights, but they're still paying the same prices they pay for the inventory.
Yeah.
So they're making big bank.
I did do a Google here, and
Okay.
it says an average MLB game sells approximately 8,000 hot dogs, which is way lower than the Loonie Dog night.
Still a lot of dogs, though.
But that roughly works out to 20 million hot dogs consumed across all stadiums in an MLB season.
Damn, I just found this. Apparently, I think we've talked about this before, actually. There is a National Hot Dog and Sausage
Hell yeah,
Council
there
in the
is.
States. They say that out of that, they quote the 20 million dog number too. that MLB teams are earning over $100 million a year in dog sales. So the next time you're at a ballpark, the next time, whatever your team is, you're sitting in the stands, you got that, whether you paid $1 or you paid 10, you got that dog in your hands, you look at that dog, and you look out on the field at your favorite player, and you go, this is why he's here.
I have every right to yell at Vladimir Guerrero after that contract this year.
Absolutely. The number of dogs I put back, I'm paying your salary.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we're going to try this again. This contest hasn't really been working too well this week, but we are doing football impressions for $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for Saturday's jackpot.
$18 million gold ball jackpot, guaranteed $1 million prize, classic side pot of $5 million. It's not that hard today, guys.
All right, the Jaguars play the Bengals.
Yes.
And we're not asking you to do a Jaguar or a Bengal impression. We just figured it's two cats going head-to-head this weekend.
Right.
We just need a cat fight impression.
If you think you got a tiger and a jaguar in you, then that's fine. But at its absolute most basic, it's a cat fight. So give us two cats fighting against each other, and the best person to do it wins $100 in Lotto 649 tickets.
All right, if you're not one of our three cats, that does mean you are a judge, so 762-555. Judge accordingly. The cat fight begins now. We go to line one. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Mike.
Mike. All right, buddy. Are you ready to give us a cat fight impression?
We'll try.
All right, let's hear it. Perfect.
That honestly might be more exciting than Bengals Jaguars. We'll see how it goes.
Good stuff, Mike. Hot start. Stay on hold, all right, buddy? All right, we go to line two here. All right, cat number two, what is your name?
Jeff.
Jeff. All right, all we need you to do is give us a cat fight here since it is Bengals and Jaguars. Can you do that for us?
Sure, we can do a little.
All right, let's hear it. Good stuff, man. Stay on hold here.
It sounded like Deliverance.
All right, final cat on the line here. Cat number three, what is your name?
Frank.
Frank. All right, since it is Bengals and Jaguars, we are asking you to give us a cat fight. What do you think of the other cat fights so far this morning?
Not bad, not bad.
All right, let's see what you got, brother.
Damn, Frank!
I think you killed it, man.
Sounded like some Hanna-Barbera.
Have you experienced a cat fight before in your life?
I've seen it lots.
I think that's it, man.
That's Frank. You're the winner, brother.
You get the ding, the round of applause, and $100 in Lotto 649 tickets. All right, Frank?
Sweet. Appreciate it.
If you do happen to win the jackpot on Saturday, got some nickels and dimes for the fellas over here?
No wooden nickels. Yeah, I'll look after you.
Catnip for everybody, baby.
There, now I can finally buy Courtney that cat she wants when he gives me all this money.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yesterday, Brock introduced us to a sick new band called Barbarians of California.
Hell yeah, brother.
Which, if you don't know, is just AWOL Nation, but playing way crunchier, heavy stuff.
So heavy.
It's very good. But I also thought, like, if you were a wrestling tag team looking for a name, what a great name for wrestling that would be.
Legit, I overlooked that when you said it yesterday.
So I want to go through, and I want to do a little bit of testing here to see if you can tell the difference between a wrestling tag team or group name versus bands.
Is it a band or is it a wrestling tag team?
Every one of these will be either the name of a wrestling tag team or the name of a band that I found that is hopefully obscure enough that because you know a lot of bands.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping at least a couple of these will confuse you a bit.
All right, lay it on me here, brother.
All right, the first one I want to do is the Moon Dogs.
The Moon Dogs.
The Moon Dogs. Is it a wrestling or band?
That feels like a really, It feels like a band you'd see at a bar. I'm going to go band.
That is a classic Memphis 80s wrestling tag team of two fat guys with long white hair and beards that just barked at people.
That's amazing. I love that so much.
Very pro wrestling.
Okay.
Next is Austrian Death Machine.
That's gotta be a band, right?
That is, yes. Thank you to friend of the show, Marty, who texted in Austrian Death Machine.
I like that. I want to know what that sounds like.
Also a sick wrestling name, though, if they were to use it. Next up, Body Count.
Oh, Body Count, that's Ice-T's band, isn't it?
I was hoping to catch you slipping on that one. Yes,
yeah.
Body Count is a band. Soul Patrol.
Soul Patrol?
Soul Patrol.
See, that sounds like an 80s like band thing, but it's too good to be true, so I'm going to say wrestling.
That's actually The Rock's dad.
Really?
Rocky Johnson tag teaming with Tony Atlas. A couple of fellas back in the day. They were the Soul Patrol.
That's so lame. That's so lame.
Wolves in the Throne Room.
Wolves in the Throne Room?
Wolves in the Throne Room.
That's too wordy for wrestling. You can't put that on a shirt, I feel like.
So you feel like that's a band?
I feel like that's a band.
I will say, wrestling has gone in a way where some tag team names sound like Panic at the Disco albums now, but that is not one of them.
I just feel like, you can't put that on a kid's t-shirt, or it's hard to make a sign for that.
Okay, Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns?
Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, see, now I feel like you're trying to make me eat my words for what I just said. I still think that's a band.
No, that is a tag team. They're literally two dudes from Detroit. They're actually on SmackDown. They're a televised WWE tag team band.
Do they come out and go?
Yes, they actually do. They come out and make gun noises.
Amazing.
Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking My Darkest Days. Yeah, band?
They are a band, yes. A melodic death metal band. Actually sound pretty cool.
Darkest Hour is sick.
Death Triangle.
Band?
No, that's wrestling. Death Triangle would be a sick metal band.
Yeah, it does sound like a metal band.
And I got one last one for you here. Electric Mayhem.
Electric Mayhem?
Electric Mayhem.
That's got to be a band, right?
That is a band. Do you know which band?
No.
That's Dr. Teeth from the Muppets. His backing band was the Electric Mayhem.
I was like, why does that sound so familiar? I feel like I've seen that on a festival or something.
I also feel like the Muppets were in wrestling for a little bit, though, so maybe it would have counted either way.
Yeah.
Overall, you did pretty good. If anything, you thought a lot of wrestlers were bands. So that's not bad.
It's all right.
There's some great names out there. If you're starting a band, just watch some old, 80s pro wrestling. You'll find a name.
Yeah, or if you're getting into wrestling and you're a failed musician like Hulk Hogan, you got a lot of options, you know?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. K-Rock's What the Bleep with the Trues.
All right, we have got $2,400 on the line, and we've got Tara on the phone. Tara, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Oh, we are doing fantastic. We're hoping that you can crack the code and put this money in your pocket. What would you do with $2,400 if you won this morning?
I don't know. Something fun.
No?
I would hope so. I mean, 24, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself and assuming you'll fail. $2,400 is the perfect screw-around level of money, I think.
Right?
All right, you've heard all our hints that it has nothing to do with games, nothing to do with music. Have you been checking the wrong guesses, too?
I have.
Okay, perfect. Here's the clip one more time, Tara.
Hey, this is John Angus McDonald from the Trues. The one thing I never get tired of playing is...
It is one word and one word only. Have you put much thought into this, Tara?
I have.
Okay, what is your answer?
I'm not sure about it. I don't know if it falls under music, but this is my second guess, but the first one had 2 words, so I have to go with this one. I'm going to say records or vinyl.
Records or vinyl. Okay, so you've thought about it. You've heard the clues. You said you've been checking online on the Seeker app for all the wrong answers, and you have narrowed it down to vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
All right, you want to lock it in?
Yeah.
Tara, I'm not trying to be mean, but that was literally yesterday's 5 o'clock guess.
Oh, well, I didn't check it this morning.
Well, Tara, that's why we asked.
Sounds like someone was fibbing to us, Tara.
About this morning.
Turns out I was right when I earlier said $2,500.
Stop, don't be
All
mean.
right.
Tara, thank you for playing. At least you brought the jackpot up another $100, all right?
All right, have a good day.
You too. Remember, even if you lose, you're still taking away money from our company.
That's right. That's another $100 out of some fat cat corner office worker's paycheck, bonus, whatever, into the kitty. Although I guess we would ask that maybe try and have at least 24 hours in between guessing the exact same thing.
He'll have $2,500, as Dalby predicted, up for grabs at 5 o'clock.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Political activist Charlie Kirk shot in Utah and died yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Don't go looking for the video. Honestly, I saw it. It made me sick to my stomach.
It's graphic.
And we want to lay this out because we talked about this earlier and we got a lot of text from people talking about politics. And we don't want to get into politics. All we want to say is it's tragic that this kind of stuff happens, no matter if you like Charlie Kirk, if you didn't like what he stood for. It's terrible that something like this happened at the end of the day.
Well, and that's just it, right? Like, if you believe in the things that Charlie Kirk talked about, or if you believe he was a good person, then you're obviously upset that he was shot and killed in such a public setting or just in general. But even if you are someone who thinks that Charlie Kirk said hurtful things and had a negative impact on a lot of people, the problem with this as the solution is that he's now been martyred, and it's only going to get worse from here.
That's the thing. It's just, doom scrolling last night.
Yeah.
It's all over my social media. And then just some of the comments that people were leaving where it's like, someone died yesterday, and what side of the fence you stand on, someone died, dude.
A lot of people died yesterday is the crazy thing. This is just sort of taking the headlines.
Yeah.
But like these gun violence incidents, these people doing horrific things and somehow getting away with it. They still haven't caught the guy that shot Kirk.
That's the craziest part.
It's getting to be more prolific. This is happening so often now that kids were shot in a school yesterday, and we're not even talking about that because it's just another day.
So
it's nuts.
I don't know what the message is here, but I think we all just need to be better.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it at the end of the day.
Which is so easy to say, but
it's easy to say, but there are so many people who aren't even willing to say it. There are so many people who are ensconced in their values and in their views on all sides of the spectrums, whether they be political or religious or whatever, that they're not even willing to say we all need to be better. They're saying you need to be better, and then someone else says you need to be better, and that's where we get people shooting at each other.
Let's just not let politics define any of us. Which is easier said than done, I know.
Sure, but, it's worth trying.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Can you send us a text? Can you send us a text? 762-555. Ask a question now. You should send us a text. Send us a text. Send us a text. Ask a question now.
Are you okay? Do you need medical assistance?
Dude, that's just grunge, baby. All right, let's get her going. 762-555.
If I could do the first one today.
Yeah.
Yet again, people think you are the expert in this field. We've got another text, this time from Jake, saying, do we think the Leafs are going to sign McDavid, or is he staying in Edmonton? People think you've got an inside source here with Connor.
I mean, I was chatting with Connor the other day.
Okay.
My friend Connor, who doesn't like hockey, he doesn't have an opinion on it. I
doesn't
don't know. I don't have an inside source. I mean, I'd love him to go to the Leafs, but...
This is 4 text-ups in a row that at least one person has been like, Brock, are we getting McDavid or what? And I appreciate the excitement from Leaf fans because, listen, there's not a team in the league that wouldn't be excited to get Connor McDavid. But Leaf fans need to calm down.
Look up his brother's Instagram page. Ask him. Maybe he's got an inside
Hit
source.
him up.
Someone said, not necessarily a big Harry Potter fan, but I feel like the whole house sorting hat thing applies to Banks. I feel like I didn't choose RBC. I was sorted into it before I can remember.
Dude, my only reason, and I've been with CIBC 30 years now, I think, and the only reason is because a friend of mine from school, his mom worked at the bank. And I needed to start an account, and he was like, go see my mom.
I'm only at BMO because same thing. My grandparents used BMO, so my mom did, so then I got grandfathered in. And
it's just weird to think that, like, the Romeo and Juliet, like, houses divided, like, your dad was a BMO, your granddad was a BMO, and damn it, you'll BMO too.
It is funny. Getting a mortgage is actually more like the hat sorting thing, too, because some banks will be like, we'll take you in, and others are like, no.
I do like the idea of being courted by the banks. Like, I know that all of the banks and mortgage companies are all just trying to rip me off and take my money. But it is nice to feel pretty for a while.
All the banks are gross guys at the bar at 3 a.m.
Hey, how you doing? You want to come back and give me all your money?
Exactly. Someone said, what is a cheat code you discovered in real life that actually works? You know what? If you're grumpy, just eat something. I use that with the missus at home all the time.
I'm sad to say mine is very similar, but it took me until I was 41 years old to be like, when I have a headache and it doesn't make sense for me to have a headache, I have a glass of water and my headache goes away.
Yeah.
It's such bad. Like, that's the thing. Everyone's looking for, like, the crazy life hack that'll change your whole life. This wild thing you can do that'll change everything about who you are as a person. When in reality, yeah, it's like, I don't know, go outside a little more often, have a glass of water from time to time, shoot for 6 hours of sleep. 8 would be better, but let's start easy, and your whole life will get better.
Someone said, since today is 9/11, I'm curious, what's the biggest historical tragedy or thing in your lifetime?
I mean, it's probably 9/11. I'm not old enough for any of the big wars.
I was so young that it's like it didn't really hit me. I remember it always being in the news because I was like in the first grade when it happened. I mean, I guess the pandemic for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tragedy, I don't know if it's comparable, but I mean...
It's probably not on the same scale in terms of because the pandemic was so long and drawn out and widespread, whereas 9/11 was like a one place, one time crazy thing. Well, I guess multiple. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road, but that was my graduation year, 2001, so I remember it pretty vividly.
Final one here that we'll wrap up. Someone said, what is your cure for a broken heart?
Cure for a broken heart. I'm trying to think of when the last time I had a broken heart was.
Just get it in.
I was.
Am I wrong?
No, I guess. I was over here thinking, like, I don't know. Last time I had a broken heart, I went to see a doctor. I started therapy. I took some antidepressants.
Yeah.
But I suppose get it in is also a valid answer.
Close the bedroom door. Make things a little bit easier, honestly.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.